It's a joke, an old joke. You know, we're here from the government, or we're from the government, we're here to help. When I hear that from the federal government, I should, after all my years in public life, I should be more suspicious than I was last year.
1 year ago, the global pandemic was declared. Now, 1 year on for Manitoba's premier, shortcomings at the federal level appear to be his biggest regret. The reflections from Premier Brian Pallister on the 1 year anniversary of the COVID-19 pandemic, not overly introspective.
After Thanksgiving weekend, we saw a massive push up in our number, in part because Manitobans, too many, thought that COVID wasn't real, or they thought it wasn't a threat, or they thought that they could still get together in big numbers in close quarters.
Pallister saying the lighter impact of the first wave led to what we saw in Wave 2, and now over 900 lives lost, the second worst death rate in Canada.
I'm not blaming any group, I'm not blaming any individual, I'm just saying the reality of the situation was different then than it is now. What we're seeing now is that people have matured and they've learned and they've seen that they matter.
When asked if he would change anything, enforcement on public health measures, the only policy change at a provincial level, the Premier mentioned.
If I had it to do over again, we would have had more enforcement. I've said that several times. We would have had more enforcement. We would have, sadly, some people only seem to want to change unless it impacts their pocketbooks. Too bad.
Pallister did, however, have plenty of criticism for Ottawa, both on the acquisition of personal protective equipment.
PPE availability wasn't what I wanted it to be. I don't think it's what the people at the front line wanted it to be.
And on domestic vaccine production.
We'd be able to be sure that we're getting them, and we'd be sure we get them from Canadians than from people from India, or else we're not picking on India, but people from around the world.
Pallister did heap praise on Manitobans, though, for their efforts to protect each other and bend the curve back down, saying this effort has saved thousands of lives. The Premier also reminding us on this anniversary the work is far from done as variants take hold in provinces like Ontario.
The vaccines are coming for sure, but we can't let up. We have to play defense.
In Winnipeg, Jonas Gilbert, City News.